Welcome to the Tactical Dent Tech Podcast. You are now part of a small underground movement of dent technicians from all over the world. We are on a mission to change our industry with innovation, intelligence, and skill. But because we don't rely on an insurance company to steer customers our way, we need to do things different. We need to do things smarter. We do that through a network of technicians that we call the Tactical Tech Movement. Now let's get this revolution started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Tactical Dent Tech Podcast, bringing you guys a better late than never. So it is right around, for me, it is going on 10 o'clock, so it's 9:45. This is on Thursday, and I just wanted to bring you a quick little marketing message, something that I've thought about, and over this course of doing, taking care of a hail damage storm and still, fulfilling request on doing hail repairs and scheduling them in, all this kind of stuff. I actually had to reflect, and I wanted to reflect back on how clients were not only finding me, but my good clients. Okay, so we're in a pretty visible retail location, and we're in the corner of what would be probably one of the busier intersections in one of the nicer cities in the south side of Dayton. So we're kind of in between Cincinnati and Dayton. And we're in a little town called Centerville. And we're right outside of their historic, like Mayberry-looking downtown. So if you can imagine, you drive through there and nice little cobblestone buildings and little boutique-style shops and all this stuff. And you come up there to the corner, and right there is our shop. We're catty-corner to what would be like a massive Catholic church. This thing is the biggest Catholic church I think I've ever seen. And it's got not only a church, it actually has like home divisions, like houses, and it also has apartments for their elderly, stuff like that. And then we're right across the street from a bank, so we get the PNC banks over here. And we're right across the street from that, and we're on the corner of this nice little intersection where there's a stoplight. And a lot of people, when they come in, I'm always talking to them. I'm very interested on how they found me, especially if they're a walk-in client. And, of course, the hail damage repairs, because it was, I think the closest hail damage to us was about, I'm going to guess, at 15 to 20 miles away. Maybe a little bit less, I don't know. But I do know they had some in a town over from us called Beaver Creek, and then there was some that was probably as far as like at least a 35-minute drive, 40-minute drive, and that was clear over in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So there was pockets in between that, of course, and then all the way up in Huber Heights, Ohio, which is on the north side of Dayton. And we've done a lot of hail damage cars. We still continue to do a lot of hail damage cars. Every single last one of them cars came from our online presence, okay? So, and specifically Google reviews, and specifically Facebook as well. So that was the two big lead generation tools that we have now, and it actually got me thinking because throughout the we're not the cheapest dent repair shop, and I would go as far to say we're probably the most expensive. And that being said, when people drive around shop to shop getting quotes, usually you're looking at more of a price shopping audience, okay? So the two things that I've noticed the most is like we normally will not book a client or customer who is just driving around from shop to shop and getting estimates. And I'll give you a reason why. They really have nothing to go on, okay? So if somebody, however, let me take one step back. We always book individuals who come in here based off of either Google or Facebook. So they see our reviews, they see our videos on YouTube, they kind of go through the channels, they find our address, and they come into our shop based on that, okay? We always schedule them. It's like nearly 100% of the time when somebody comes in, they say they've read all our reviews, they say that they've seen our videos, they say that they've seen our Facebook reviews. Literally, we schedule them. It's got to be close to 100% closing rate. Unless I tell them that we can't do it, or I send them to like one of my paint and body friends. I give a lot of referrals. I always want to help them find what they're looking for. Okay, so I want that to come from me. So I always give people referrals, stuff like that. But that being said, it's just what I see in the future with paintless dent removal is that your online presence is going to be more important than anything else. It doesn't matter if you have a location that's very good. If literally what people are doing today, and look, you guys are doing the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. What people are doing today is that if they see a location, if they drive past you and see it, and they find a need for your services, they're going to Google you. So they're going to Google and they're going to look not only at you, but they're going to look at your competitors. And they're going to pick the person who they feel is most trustworthy. Now, these are the high-end clients that are going to be doing this. The lower-end clients, I don't even know, man. Sometimes I don't even know what goes in the psychology of somebody who only cares about price regardless of quality. So, that's just, I forgot about, I don't even want to know how to service them. So that's not the type of people I want to deal with. It's not the people I want in my business. We spend a lot of time running them folks off. So that being said, your online presence is going to be absolutely paramount. It's not going to be location anymore. And I'm telling you guys that right now, that literally, like I said, we're in a super nice location, but your online presence is going to trump that every single time. And your online presence is going to be what brings in high dollar clients and customers who want to pay for your services. See, there's a big difference. I'm like one of the people that kind of get offended when somebody just comes in and they want to shop me with everybody else. They want to lump me in this like pile, like, hey, I'm going here, 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 here. And whoever, if you guys could undercut BD. No, you know what? I'm not playing that game. I put a post in the Tactical Dent Tech Facebook group the other day, and that post basically said that if you do not put a value on your time, other people will not have a problem valuing your time for you. And I'm going to guarantee you one damn thing. It's not going to be the fucking value that you want. You have to value your own time to make decisions. And what I think happens with a lot of folks is they live in this world of scarcity, where you live in this world where, like, literally you think that this is going to be the last customer that calls you, or this is going to be the last person that walks through your doors, and you have to land this deal no matter what. So you're every day in and day out, everybody you're dealing with the mentality of scarcity, that they're going to leave you, they're going to go away from you, that this money's going to disappear, it's not going to be here tomorrow, right? And I honestly think a lot of that has to do with you not positioning yourself appropriately in the market, and you not valuing your time and your effort more than what the clients and customers are going to value it, or teaching them how to value your time. I mean, there's a lot of people now that I do work for, and although we're likely the most expensive place in the area, they feel that they feel that they've got way more value than what I charge them for the repair work. And a lot of that is my market positioning, that they look into our Google reviews, then they start looking into the YouTube videos, and then they start looking into the website, and then they start looking into the Facebook, or vice versa. You know what I mean? One channel, one lead channel they come into, and they kind of flow through the rest of them, or maybe they stop at one and contact us. But them people will always feel that you had given them more value than what they paid because they're sold on you. Okay? So that's my marketing message today, is to look at that from the outside looking in. Would you buy from you? From the outside looking in, have you done the things that you should be doing as a business owner to position yourself, to take your strengths and convey them strengths to your clients and customers? Yes, you may know them. But are your clients and your customers, are they hearing them? And for you guys out there who are selling to high-end clients and customers, you guys that are killing it in the retail market, let's say you're doing it by talking to the clients and customers when they come in. You're great at building rapport with them. So maybe they do walk into your facility and you're great at building rapport, but your website and your media stuff and your Facebook and all that stuff looks like shit because you don't know what to do there. Take a step back, record yourself, listen to yourself, talk to your clients and customers. Whatever you're saying during that meeting to build their rapport is what needs to be written down and put in your website, is what needs to be on a video. That is your marketing message. If that's how you're closing people, then that's the message that you're already currently speaking to your current client base, and you want more of them type of individuals, then that's the message that you want to deliver to them, okay? And not to mention, when you start putting it in different formats, when you start writing it, when you start recording it, you will tend to find little holes in your game where you can strengthen your message, and that's a beautiful thing. That's literally creating like literally a branding, method, creating a structured sales method, creating a structured copywriting method, and all of that with one specific message, however you're landing them clients and customers. That's how you got to do it. You got to break it down, put it together. And, and another thing I want you guys to think about, when you start breaking this marketing message down, there's certain levels of marketing. I mean, there's like levels of where, there's areas where you want to build rapport. So I'll give you guys an example when we do our copywriting. So we got a copywriting system. We don't just say, hey, let's get to know you. Let's go write a story about you. No, we have a copywriting system. And the system, typically, depending on what page the copywriting is going on, it'll have a different flow. You got like one area of your copywriting where you might want to, right off the bat, you might want to build rapport. And then the second part of the copywriting, the second paragraph, you might want to talk about the problem. And then the third part of the paragraph, you want to talk about the solution, okay? And then maybe the fourth part of the paragraph, you want to do a call to action. You want to focus on a call to action. And a call to action is basically you asking them to buy or to do some sort of action on your website, like click a button and get a free estimate, or click this text button and we will give you and provide you a free estimate quickly. So, think about that when you are actually talking to your clients and customers, and when you're on the phone or when you're closing somebody, listen to what you're doing, listen to what you're saying, because it's likely that you're doing all of these things. It's likely that you're telling them about your experience, or you're telling them about your passion or your drive, or you're telling them about something, and that's building rapport. So that's gaining trust. And then it's likely that you're going on to talk about your services and talk about what they offer, what problem, what solution, why is it better, okay? So right there, you're talking about the problem and the solution, okay? And then the last part is you typically, maybe over the phone or in person, you try to put them on your schedule. You try to sit them down and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and look at times we can actually get your car in here. That right there is a call to action. Same thing happens online, but it's just a little bit different. So anyhow, guys, that's my message today to you. I was just thinking about that, and just wanted to drop you a quick podcast. And yes, we are going to be back on track. We are going to be back on schedule. We're literally still sleeping downstairs with the miniature schnauzer, and everything's kind of chaotic right now. But things are starting to come back to like that Zen flow that I'm looking for, man. Things have been chaotic for months and months and months, but everything is starting to come down to where it's just not too overwhelming. It's getting to the point where I can kind of work normal hours, and the wifey, who is normally here at the shop, is at home taking care of our miniature schnauzer who had a pacemaker put in. We're definitely going to talk about that in a future podcast. She wants to add a little bit more to that as well. And again, like we literally were like such dog people. We went and bought a blow up mattress, and we're like camping out in our living room. So we got the little Odin, which I got him right here with me at the shop, and then we got our Lily, who's doing amazing after having that pacemaker surgery, and she's like right in front of us. So we're literally living in our living room, and our living room is like right next to our kitchen. So it's kind of like it's a big open area. And that is what's going down right now. So, and the wifey is always at home all the time with her, making sure she's good, making sure she's all right. I think we're going to have 6 weeks of her being at home with our older miniature schnauzer who had the pacemaker surgery, Lily. And then after that, everything's going to kind of get back on track. So, guys, we are going to be having the new T handles are going to be available at the Anson booth at the Mobile Tech Expo in Vegas. I will not be there this year, but Mike will be there. You're also going to be able to go to the PDR Tooltime booth, and you're going to be able to check out my original Gorilla Grip. I don't think I'm going to have any original ones for sale. I'm not going to have them in until probably end of the week next week. But I will be doing a sale on the T handles over that Mobile Tech Expo weekend as well. So we're going to be doing something free shipping. We also do have adapters as well that had came in. So I've got the adapters that are going to go on the Ultra tools, and I've got an adapter that's going to go on the smaller Sprocket tools. So them are done. Them are ready to go, but I am just trying. I got to get everything online. I got to do all these things. I got to get out there and make some videos. I got to do some marketing, just let people know exactly what we're selling here. You'd be surprised. I know you guys listen to my podcast, you follow along, but when you launch something out in the market, you almost like cannot leave a rock unturned or a question unturned. So I spend a little bit of time answering questions. I put these little videos out there and I get people that message me with these questions, and then I use them questions because I figure if somebody's going to message me a question, a lot of people are thinking that. So I'm going to take that question and I'm going to put it into the next video. So anyhow, guys, appreciate you for taking the time on this Thursday. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Just want to drop a little marketing message for you, and we're going to see you on that next one.